really try and push to get his name be the Link to the Past file name. The name is going to be Ineb. So let's get some donations headed towards that file name Ineb for A Link to the Past. Anonymous donates $54.20. Best of luck on your run, Cognac Ninja. Shout out to the 204 Waitress chat crew. Badahuma donates $45. Greetings from Germany. You guys are awesome. We played a drinking game for your cause. Now we're wasted. Keep up the good work. XOXOXO. P.S. Greetings to Spike Vegeta. Our homeboy has a crush on you. I don't see Spike around. I was hoping to get some reaction from him, but no luck. Chris P9 donates $100. Mega Man block, always my favorite. Thanks to everyone organizing and participating. I only wish I could stay up for a week straight to watch everyone play. Jared L. donates $20. First time watching and having a blast, reliving my childhood with the Mega Man block. Keep up the awesome work and kill the animals. Ice Lizard Games donates $35.53. Hey BLT, thanks for trying to represent MC Plus at GDQ this year. Good luck on Mega Man 9. Oh. Not That Doug donates $50. My first GDQ was SGDQ last year, and I had a blast watching sneakily at work during the day. This time I had the week off from work, so it's been all AGDQ all the time in my living room. Thanks for all the great work everyone is doing, and good luck to all the runners still to come. Last year I donated to Save the Animals, but not this year. Nutta donates $75. This is for my aunt that passed away 4 years ago. Today was her birthday, so happy birthday, Donna. I also found out my grandmother was diagnosed for the 3rd time with cancer. Kill the cancer, kill the animals. I'm going to go ahead and read a few words of support for both Blacktastic and Slurpeeninja here. T-Lo donates $73. This donation is dedicated to my mother, Mama Lo, who just got back from her last round of chemo today and is 73 days cancer-free. Shout out to my Mega Bros, Slurpeeninja and Blacktastic, who have supported us every step of the way through her battle. Also big shout outs to LB Creed and Big John, who have also been a great support as well. Mama Lo says hi and she loves you guys. Tremaine donates $10. Tremaine here. Greetings to everybody at AGDQ, especially to the Blacktastic and Slurpeeninja, who will rock Mega Man 9. Let's end cancer once and for all. P.S. Dustman sucks. Dude Man Jones donates $75. Sup, bruh? Been looking forward to your race all week, and I'll add a little extra incentive for you. If you win, I'll donate an extra $25 to your choice, and I'll get back into streaming. Save those frames, man, from Dude Man Jones. Anonymous donates $20. Hi guys, love what you're doing as always. Happy to help. P.S. Shout out to my darling Raku. Serotonin 2501 donates $20. Hey all, Serotonin 2501 here, bringing you my yearly donation to PCF. Some of you with a good memory may remember my donation during Portal 2 last year, and my explanation that my donation was in the name of my grandmother, Margie, who is battling cancer. I'm sad to inform you that she passed away in October, so again, my donation is in her honor. Good to see gamers doing good. Keep up the good work, and as always, stay happy, people. Aaron137 donates $50. Excellent work, everyone. These runs have been incredible, and this is a great cause. Congratulations on another successful AGDQ. We're very grateful to all of our sponsors, such as MagFest. MagFest is short for Music and Gaming Festival. They create events that provide a means for people to enjoy games and music concerts. They hold several events a year, and are currently providing free play arcade cabinets for the AGDQ 2016 arcade room. To learn more, check out magfest.org. You're currently watching Games Done Quick, Awesome Games Done Quick 2016. If you're unfamiliar with this event, since 2010, Games Done Quick events have raised over $5 million for charity. Speedrunners from communities such as Speedruns Live and Speed Demos Archive all come together to show off their games and skills for charity. 100% of your donations today go directly to the Prevent Cancer Foundation. For more information, see gamesdonequick.com. Proto Magical Girl donates $30.36. This one goes out to my boys Blacktastic and Slurpee and the whole Mega Man 9 crew. The amount of work you two put into Proto 9 never failed to amaze me, and to see it showcased here and now is amazing. Good luck and keep it smooth. Money goes to winner's choice. Ryjack donates $50. Third GDQ event I'm catching. They're definitely highlights of the year. So much fun seeing Mega Man being run like this. So thanks for all the work to the people behind the scenes, the runners, and the commentators. You're all awesome. Put this towards runner's choice. Adef donates $10. Hey there, Mega Pals, it's Adef. You guys are some of the most dedicated and supportive speedrunners out there. I'm sad I couldn't make it this year. Never change and give Wiley what's what. Good luck to Duckfist, Ohan, Slurp, Blacktastic, Golden, Gary, and BJW. You guys keep things interesting in the community with awesome speedrunners. Also, BCAS owns. Like, it super owns. Like, it mega owns. Wolf Shadow 6 donates $25. Hi again, guys. Second donation for this AGDQ. I've donated to 5 GDQs, but none have been read. Hoping this will be the one. I'm glad I could fulfill your wishes. This is in honor of my father, who we lost to lung cancer on June 11th, 07 at age 50. Far too young. He never got to meet my husband, whom I met through the Mega Man X fandom. My dad had a big hand in that, as Mega Man 2 was his all-time favorite game, and for him, Mega Man was a huge influence in my life. I hope they have Wii's in heaven, because he would have been thrilled for Mega Man 9 and 10. My donation goes to saving animals, as Mega Man and my dad both had a love for animals, and I'd love to keep my GDQ Animals emote. Chelney donates $20. Good luck, Slurpee and Blacktastic, in your Proto Man 9 race. We so smooth, boys! And shoutouts to that Deuce Manip. Cinna donates $20. Love from London, where 2 nerdy Norwegians are watching with glee. Massive thanks to everyone whose work, both on the screens and behind the scenes, makes this great event possible. Shoutouts to Gate, who might be watching at home in Norway, and to Jonas, my very favorite person. Good luck to the runners. Best wishes to all. Falcon Bravo donates $50. N64 was my second console after a third-hand NES I got from a garage sale, and as a result, I'd love to see Mario Kart 64 run. Put this $50 to Toad and Blue Shell as cutest couple. Tish donates $5. Hi, cousin. Good luck on your run today. You have lots of fans in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Here's to a good cause. Your favorite cousin, Tish. Cam Kennedy donates $25. I now understand how my father feels when he can't keep up with me. Thanks to all the runners who keep me feeling inadequate at playing video games. Alex Kidd donates $30. Watching AGDQ is like watching the World Cup or the Olympics, except that it's interesting and I care about it. Me and my girlfriend have been watching it all week. I'm that lucky. Greetings from London. So we're going to get started with Mega Man 9. Blacktastic versus Slurpeeninja.
Are you ready, boys? All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so after getting off with some flexes, this is Proto Man mode, and it's a bit different from Mega Man. The main thing being, this game was not intended to have a slide or a charge shot, and while casually that may not seem like a big deal, that incredibly changes how the route works and just how playing the general game is. Like you can see right here, where Mega Man you might be familiar with, he goes to concrete first, so you can do concrete zips, just good weapon. No, Proto Man's heading straight off to Tornado, so you can just rush Jet through all this crap, because where Mega Man needs to do 4 Robot Masters before he gets Jet, Proto just starts right off with it. But yeah, that's the main difference. The charge shot you can also see, it's not going to come too much in. Like the other route you can do for this game is Splash first, which has a faster boss fight, but you're just going to see a lot of cool route stuff with this game. So I guess now that the game is introduced, let's get a little roll call on the couch if you want to.
Deucler.
I'm Plum.
Directional pad. Architect.
Yeah, and he couldn't be here, but a big shout out to Robo Ridley because he helped route this game. So yeah, just while Proto 9 may not have as big of a community as Mega 9, there's a lot of people who put a lot of time into this. But yeah, just right here, this entire last section of Tornado, these 1-block slides are incredibly tricky, and yet, well, in a marathon setting, you're not even going to go for them, but when you're just like grinding very serious attempts of this game, just, a lot of stuff in Mega Man 9 is brutal when you gotta slide into it. So yeah, coming up, here's the first boss, and you're gonna see just how powerful that charge shot is. But yeah, just bust through the rest, because iframes in this game are extremely short, since Mega Man doesn't have a charge shot to work with.
One thing to note, if you look at Slurpy's screen, he's taking a lot more damage than Mega Man would in this game. Proto Man takes double damage.
Yeah, and not only double damage, but Proto Man also has double knockback. And this game is supposed to have a lot of little gotcha moments where the game just tries to throw an enemy out of a pit at you. And with Proto Man's double knockback, a lot of that can just instantly kill you. So this is a very easy game to die in.
One thing you might have noticed as well is the runners were trying to end the boss fight in the center of the boss chamber. Proto Man and Mega Man both will run towards the center of the chamber. If they don't land at the center of the chamber during the fight, the minute the last hit of the boss is made, they stick wherever they are in the chamber and then have to run. So they're going to be trying to end most of their boss fights in the middle of the chamber as much as possible to save time.
Yeah, that may not seem like much, but over the course of the run, that can add up to like...
It's 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's a lot. It adds up over all 8 Robot Masters. And the weapon Slurpee and Black just got from... like one recurring theme in Mega Man 9 is all the weapons in this game are extremely good. And Tornado Blow, in addition to just being the general screen nuke, it also gives you a higher jump, so having this weapon is extremely useful. And you're going to see a couple varying strats on this boss, one of them involving T-Blow. So Slurpee just swapped there. One interesting thing about how T-Blow works, which Slurpee actually just got, you can double hit with it, because the way it works is it's like, think of a line going across the screen that slowly rises up. If you hit the boss initially with it while it's low, and then as the thing is rising, if the boss is still on that line as their iframes run out, they'll get hit again. It's extremely inconsistent, so if they don't get it, it's not the runner's fault. It's just such a very tiny window to get.
Some other differences with Proto Man, you'll notice he has a shield. If you were to run straight without sliding, you can actually block projectiles with that.
Yeah, and you're going to see that in a couple of stages, like in Galaxy it's used.
And his hitbox is also shorter and wider, and so if you run the game as Mega Man and switch to Proto, it can change things up, because on top of his hitbox being different, you actually see his buster shoots lower.
Yeah, so one thing that Slurpee could have had happen on that boss fight that would have made it a little bit better is, like I mentioned, how that you can get the double hits earlier. T-Blow does so much damage to him. If you do get a double hit on Magma, you save a lot of time. But if you don't, it's not a huge deal, because the iframes are so short on the bosses.
Iframes in this game are generally 3 frames, so you you take a shot, you have 3 frames where you can't actually hit the boss again, and then you're able to hit him on that 4th frame.
Yeah, compared to other Mega Man games that have charged shots where the iframes are more like 60 frames. In this, you can just go to town on bosses with mashing. Yeah, so this is Hornet, and on Hornet, you're going to see a few T-blow high jumps, but in addition to that, you're also going to see a mid-boss. And the mid-boss has a couple different strats you can do just because of Proto Man. With your Buster firing lower, it's much, much easier to hit the, I don't know what you want to call them, the
Flower.
plant clock. There we go,
Boss.
flower. I like it.
So one interesting mechanic in this level, you could see kind of those platforms that they shot and rolled out. After a certain amount of time, they'll actually roll back, and you're unable to stand on those. So the runners have to be quick to be able to pass those sections without getting knocked back into the spikes and dying.
And
here.
both of the runners just had a really, really good flower mid-boss because that's not consistent. Wherever he spawns, ooh. Yeah, that's just, this game is very easy to die in, so that's rough, but don't worry, because
It's
Black,
not over yet.
There's still a lot of race, trust me. That is not the end for Slurpee right there.
yeah, where Black's ahead right now, this game is extremely unforgiving. Just the most minor mistakes can end in costly deaths like you just saw. So this race is by no means over.
There's a lot of random elements in Mega Man 9 that actually prevented the game from being optimized for quite a few years. And the work that Black and Slurpee have been putting into this route have actually helped things quite a
Robo
bit.
Ridley as well did a lot of optimization. Blacktastic and Slurpeeninja both
Yeah, and I guess
rerouted all of basically what you see here today on Proto Man 9. And Robo Ridley came in and he couldn't be with us, and he found these little tiny optimizations across all these different levels that just made this run so much quicker, so much smoother, so much more efficient.
But what it should be mentioned, though, is how he mentioned it was rerouted. There's a Japanese runner who, unfortunately, he's just kind of off the face of the planet. But Aguawaf, he is an absolute beast at this game. And he just, for ages, had an uncontested record in this game. And it wasn't until the reroute that anyone could actually beat Aguawaf's time, just because it was so solid.
So you noticed with Slurpeeninja and Black's fights that they had there against Hornet Man, you can actually charge the Magma Bazooka, and that makes that fight much quicker, and they'll be doing the same thing again in the refights.
Yeah, so this is the stage that Aguawaf does first, because of how Proto Man starts out with the Proto Jet. With that, there's supposed to be like a bubble section where you ride up vertical screen transitions on the bubbles, but you can use Proto Jet as a temporary platform, and you can basically skip the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's
coming
a
up
lot
right here
harder
for
than it looks, though. So
right here on the Blacktastic, he's coming up to it. He's going to be using Protojet. You're supposed to ride the big bubbles up this screen, and these small ones will pop after just a few seconds of being on them, but they're abusing Jet and the bubbles to make it up this screen significantly faster than you normally would be able to. It is about a 30-35 second time save.
yeah. And then it might not be obvious, but one of the things that makes that trick so hard is the spot that Blue's Jet actually comes down on that's where your vertical position is when the sort of teleport for it comes down. So actually getting that exactly where you want is very tricky. And then Splash Woman is also coming up, and one of the reasons why Splash is such a fast Robot Master to do fast is because she takes double damage from your Buster, and in addition to charge shots, that is a ton of damage. And you saw Slurpee with a little swag block on that bullet.
Funny to note that Splash Woman has some of the least RNG of any boss, but the weapon you have to kill her with has the most RNG.
So when he shoots those Hornets out, actually, they track onto either an enemy or the boss, and so he's jumping to Splash Woman's position in order to try to manipulate those to get to him. But they kind of have a mind of their own, and they'll go after the fish that come on the screen, and so you'll lose damage by hitting those instead of Splash Woman.
Yeah, the bees just do whatever they want. The bees are bad.
Not the bees!
Oh no.
So coming up on the Blacktastic screen is Concrete Man stage. There's a bunch of differences on this stage compared to Mega Man.
That was a really good fight from Slurpee right there.
You'll notice elephants are what are going to be coming up in a moment. They're basically the Concrete Man stage's mini-boss. And on Mega Man, you would actually start on Concrete Man stage and you would try to buster through them. But because of the damage that Proto Man takes, these runners had to find a different way of killing them. And this is now going to involve, as Bobby just switched to Magma Bazooka, where they can optimally kill him just like that.
The main thing with these is it wasn't Proto's lack of damage, but it's actually a different thing you could do. Proto Man, we should have mentioned this earlier, but he can only have 2 shots on screen at once. However, there is a way to get around this. If you bring out something like a Proto Jet or Proto Coil and leave it on screen, for some reason they forgot to bring Proto back to 2 bullets, so you can just have 3 on screen. And with the 2 on screen restriction, mashing them down was not only slow, but incredibly difficult. And yeah, just with the old route, you wouldn't have Magma for the dudes, which just 2 shots them, so.
I believe in the original Proto route they used Trident, did they not?
Yep. Yeah. So Bobby's coming up here to Concrete
Well,
Man,
Aqua Buster.
and he's going to be using the Trident. And normally in the Mega Man route, you use Buster here, and it's very difficult. But with the Trident, you can shoot through the concrete blocks.
Bobby with the double hit.
Yeah, the Tridents also can do more than 1 damage, which Blacktastic just got.
Oh, and like
Very
Slurpee,
nice jump slurp.
you can do some really cool stuff in this game with T-Blow. That high jump just, it's like at the threshold where you can make such minor little jumps that save a ton of time.
Yeah, T-Blow was a 1 block jump, so he has to kind of fit himself just barely in there, otherwise he won't get it and he'll fall down.
And
So
just Slurpee went in this fight with the, oh! Concrete
So
does
close.
a lot of damage. But you're going to see Black start to use a lot of T-Blow on this stage just because those jumps are so good.
This is a very interesting stage that the Blacktastic is currently running. It's got just a few differences, T-Blow being one of them, compared to the Mega Man route. But the kicker of this stage, is the boss. This is one of the more RNG-heavy bosses in the game. Good job, Slurpee. Good job. And depending on the RNG, he could lose a lot of time here, giving Slurpee a chance to catch right back up.
Yeah, this boss can just kind of fly around, and his weakness is the concrete shot, which is just a very low-to-the-ground projectile. So you need him to just be standing in front of you.
And with Proto Man's Buster being so much lower than Mega Man's, the concrete shot changes drastically.
So I'm going to try again here. So Galaxy Man and Mega Man 9. What do you guys think? Best theme of the game?
Not
Yay
at
or
all,
nay?
No. No. Overrated as heck.
We got time for some donations too, if you'd like, Blackie.
Perfect, thank you. Slash Arbiter donates $10. From Slash to both Slurpee and Blacktastic. Best of luck on the race. Wish I could be there with you guys, but it's all good.
Yeah, and then the reflected shots aren't just reflected, but as you saw, Black just managed to kill him out with the reflected shot. So if you're really good with that, you can do some neat things.
Slash Arbiter is part of the Mega Man 9 community, so thank you, Slash.
Huz AFK donates $10. Shoutouts to both Mega Man 9 runners in the upcoming race. Rooting for my man, TheBlacktastic. $10 to his choice.
All right, so this right here actually could give Slurpee a pretty good chance to make up some time. It looks like Bobby got the pattern. Very nice.
Watch on Slurpee.
Two swoops!
Oh,
Two scoops.
Very nice. So that looks like it's pretty intuitive, but those shots are actually pretty tight, and you definitely have to practice that fight in order to get the quick kill.
Yeah, difference Slurpee does, though, is he does that screen you just saw with Jet instead of Coil, and using Jet on that is extremely tough, but it is actually a time save. Oh, the double Met kill.
You notice Slurpee just shoot a concrete shot on that Met and slide underneath it. They're block slides in this game. They're actually pretty difficult to do, and Slurpee's kind of a master of them. So you might see him do that again in a couple of stages coming up.
That back damage boost is so cool on the concrete shot.
All right, we'll see what kind of RNG that Slurpee gets here. And you can see Blacktastic abusing Tornado Blow once again. It just makes things so much faster.
Oh,
No
both runners
way.
got double swoops.
No way.
We still got refights, though, so.
Yeah, on top of the RNG throughout the stages, when you come into the refights, the bosses have the exact same patterns. So it's what makes running this game so difficult. You can get perfect RNG through the Robot Masters, come into Wily, have great stages, go to the refights, and just lose a bunch of time without having any options.
Yeah, and another change from Ogwolof's route, which saves a fair bit of time, is normally the meatball, you gotta wait for him to just mess around up atop, and then you come down and you concrete shot him. But with Hornet Chaser, you can just immediately make him fall, and then just charge Magma Bazooka, just blows him away.
Do some more donations, Blecky.
Great, so I'm going to do one for, rooting for each particular runner. Solid Smith with $5. Slurpee, bro, dude, Dave, you got this race. You must use that technique. Also, good luck to both Blacktastic and Slurpee. It should be an awesome race. These guys are beasts at MM9.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, even though Slurpee is kind of far behind, like half a stage, this game just is so easy to die in that it's by no means over.
So you saw the Blacktastic use the black hole bomb there, and that's the weapon that he got from Galaxy Man. But by placing it in a certain position in the chamber, you can jump, and that manipulates Jewel Man. He follows whatever you do. So when you jump, he jumps, and by placing it in a specific position, you can get more hits than intended by just forcing him into the black hole bomb.
Dude, these swings are hard, but
He played it safe. He played it safe.
So meanwhile, Slurpeeninja isn't getting all the love. Bagel Thief and Lady Smell, I hope I pronounced that right, donate $20. Couldn't not donate during the Proto 9 run when our son, TheBlacktastic, is running against the legend Slurpeeninja. Hoping for a good Wily casino for the both of you, and the donation goes to winner's choice. Love, Mom and Dad.
this stage right here is really, really tricky because this is a Yoku block stage, as you can see right here. And these Yoku blocks are on global cycles from when you start the stage. So you can't mess up at all. Otherwise, there's a really long Yoku block room where you basically, you're going to lose a lot of time or you're probably going to die if you mess up the stage at all.
And you just saw Bobby miss the optimal movement on that. So he's going to have...
He needs to improv a little bit, but not too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you also keep in mind that they have to save some energy for the P-Jet as well. So if they run out, then they have to do that part way differently.
Oh, our boy Bobby wanted us to do that stuff.
D-Nice donates $10. Shoutouts to my boy Blacktastic for repping the FGC. Wishing you the best of luck on your speedrun, and put the animals in a body bag.
Slurpee also missing the optimal block cycle for Plugman stage.
Everything about this game is impossible. That last room, one of the hardest screens in the whole game. And then Jewel can kind of be scary if you go in with a low HP. Black got lucky and got a lot of health drops though, but Jewel does a ton of contact damage, so you need to be really careful on him. Oh, and here's Slurpee's chance.
E-Tanks!
Don't worry, we got you, Slurpee. Yeah, so plug ball, it may not look like much now, but Yoku blocks suck. That's just rough, but that's how this game goes. This game is extremely brutal, just with double damage, so many instant death traps, adding and sliding to this mix when this game was not made for sliding, double knockback, with just like all the instant death traps like I mentioned. This game is just out for you. This game wants you to die a lot of times. So just the fact that like Slurpee's even doing this at all, like pretty consistently, that's amazing.
That's the optimal right there. You
Yeah.
just got it. That's beautiful.
Movement in this game is just so slick when you're like using the weapons properly.
So you can see Bobby has started in Wily 1 here. There's an intended route. You can see these platforms. You're supposed to use Tornado Blow there, but it's quicker if you just use Proto Jet and carry on through.
And coming back up is the Refight of the Chain Key Dragon, which you saw in Magma Man stage. Both of these runners actually have a different approach on how they go about fighting them.
Ooh.
Look at that double knockback. What a great game.
So when Blacktastic was going there, if you turn to the left, whatever direction you're facing, obviously you get knocked back. And so if you turn to the left, you can get knocked back through the enemy and carry on, but that double knockback is extremely brutal.
So TheBlacktastic's actually going to be fighting this dragon on the ground for a 1 cycle, and he got it.
The 1 cycle you need to mash extremely fast for. That is by no means easy.
And we'll see what Slurpee does when he gets there very soon.
So as you can tell with these lava beams that are coming across, you can just use concrete shot to freeze those and walk across them. And after a short amount of time, they turn back into lava, but by no means do they have to worry about that. There's actually no way that you can hit those spikes because you don't jump high enough from the bottom. So it's kind of deceiving and makes you get a little more stressed out than you should be.
Well, this game does have enough spike ceilings where... Oh, and coming up, I mentioned this earlier, but...
Everyone's favorite boss?
Yeah, where Proto Man is supposed to only have 2 shots on screen, Black is leaving out Coil, so now Black has access to 3 Buster shots on screen at once. And with these 3 lemons, it just makes mashing these guys down a lot nicer.
So the idea behind this is that you push the spikes into the turrets, and then they actually change colors, and if the spike gets pushed too far, as you can see from that top guy, they actually shoot a different shot that tracks to your position. And so the way that Bobby's going through these is to minimize having to dodge those while maximizing damage at the same time. Very nice.
Yes, that boss is a little scary, but he got through it all.
And you notice he ended it at the top of the stage. He will have to teleport from the bottom otherwise, so he made a very big effort to get to the top of the stage right before he could
And then
he
if
could
you
no
were
longer
just
move.
watching Slurpee, that's the thing with this game. All the weapons in this game are really good, so where Black just kind of risked getting hit by all those instant death spikes, he went through the first screen with a Jewel Satellite, which made that pretty trivial, but it did take a weapon swap. But you get more slides in, so there's a trade-off to it.
So there's definitely a lot of areas in this level that are designed for you to use weapon power-ups to defeat enemies or to break through certain blocks. Those blocks that you see on the screen, you can use Trident to break through, but a lot of it we're just going to bypass either by damage boosting or by using the Proto Jet, as you can see on this screen in particular. There's also a lot of false floors here. You can see kind of these cinema guys putting fake floors, and that doesn't mean that they're actually building a solid platform to stand on. You can jump right through those. This concrete room is really cool.
On Slurpee's screen, he's coming up to Chain Key Dragon. He's going to be using Coil to jump up and take the dragon out in the air. And TheBlacktastic just showed up to the Flower Refight, which we saw in Hornet Man stage.
Just classic Mega Man, kind of recycling the bosses with different weapons to give you a new challenge.
Both of them did very well done on that.
And then just like with some tricky baiting, instead of damage boosting, you can just get right by all those just
That was
underwater mines, whatever you want to call them.
completely optimal on Bobby's part right there. Slide forward, Bobby.
So you can see Blacktastic tiptoeing right there. That jump's extremely tight. You can go for it and hit it at full speed. The ability that a lot of Mega Man games are known for is the ability to kind of inch forward and use your toe to grip platforms. And casually, that's generally what you do, but going for speed, that jump is still extremely
Well,
tight.
as Proto Man though, since you can extend your hitbox even further off the ledge with the slide, it's a lot easier to do as Proto Man, but it just feels pretty scary too.
Yeah, you can take that momentum and just run with it.
Yeah,
There
so
we
like
go.
in a marathon setting, they want to be safe, but like the jump is a lot easier as Proto Man to do without slowing down.
Got
And
some
yeah,
time for donations, Blecky, if you'd like.
Wonderful. The support keeps pouring in. Infinite Mystery donates $50. Good luck to Slurpeeninja.
Yo, thanks, Infinite.
I am.
Awesome boss kill. Infinite Mystery says, good luck to Slurpeeninja and Blacktastic. This donation goes towards the Mega Man 9 winner's choice.
TheBlacktastic playing this part right before the boss, a little safe to make sure he has enough health.
Yeah, and
This Mega Mecha Shark coming up can do a lot of damage to Proto Man, and it's a 3-phase boss.
Because why wouldn't it be, right? The next phase is going to be the scariest of all, though, because there's going to be a very low ceiling that does a ton of damage, and he's going to try and alternate between the two little turrets on the left and right side, just barely avoiding the spikes, but getting the laser tridents on him.
And this fight with Proto Man is much more difficult than Mega.
Because of
just
the lower
that
buster.
lower ceiling and the lower buster makes that extremely tight.
All right, very
Nice
good
fight,
fight from
Black.
Black. Ooh, Slurpee got the
weaving his
swag
way through with
jumps.
those concrete swag. Nice flower.
Ooh, cutting it close on those spikes.
So there's kind of a strange mechanic in this level where you are at a controlled speed and you're traveling vertically. So you can see that Blacktastic used the proto coil there in order to get to the top of the screen just to save himself some time once he gets here. By shooting your buster either to the right or the left, it pushes you back, and so you just kind of have to wait and go up the stage and dodge the enemies as you go. There's really no way to expedite this.
Yeah, but
that
this
anybody's
confirms
found
it's a
yet.
good Mega Man game, because it can't be a good Mega Man game without auto-scrollers. I mean, just
Absolutely,
look
yeah.
at Mega Man 8. Now, that's a good game.
A quick $50 from Iggy. Really want that Wily Wars. Good luck in the Mega Man 9 race, Slurpeeninja. Awesome runs this year. Shoutouts to SGL.
So we'll see if Slurpee goes for the little riskier strat here. So as this, there he goes, that bullet comes flying off, those big mamas do a lot of damage to you. So if you take a knockback from the bullet, you can pass through them with your invulnerability frame still up and save yourself quite a bit of time.
And then one other thing about this game is, I guess people aren't familiar with Mega Man 8, but your weapons don't refill between lives, and they don't refill between Wily stages. So any death in the Wily stages is extremely costly, because this game is routed to just make the most of absolutely all your weapon energy, and you really have none to spare. So any single death on this is just going to be not just the death from the time loss, but losing that weapon energy is
It's brutal.
it's rough.
This screen, you can see the tornado blow is just a beast of a weapon. This is so much quicker than any other method that you can use.
Clears enemies and projectiles, which makes it incredibly useful.
Yeah, as a Mega Man, you can get through that with a Laser Trident, which is a very tough but slightly faster strat. But with Proto Man's Slide, you'd rather just throw off the single T-blow and get back to sliding.
So coming up for the Blacktastic here is the Twin Devil. And this boss is going to look a little more difficult than it really is, because the pattern of the blobs are actually the same every single time. Ideally, what he's going to try to go for is something called the one cycle, which you're going to see him attempt here.
It is as hard as it looks.
Yeah,
to
this
get the
is
one cycle.
incredibly difficult.
And it's made even more difficult with Proto's lower buster, which maybe difficult isn't the right word, but it's definitely different from how Mega Man does it, because getting the final hit on him...
Got it!
Ooh,
Got it!
It's really tricky. You need to buffer your jump before that if you actually want to make it in time with Proto.
So
fantastic
you could
fight
see
from
that
Black.
Blacktastic was pausing, and he was doing that in order to be able to actually hit the Block Devil once again with the Black Hole Bomb. So he puts it in the correct position, because while the blob is actually formed around the eye, you can't do damage to it, and so you have to wait, throw the Black Hole Bomb, and pause in order to be able to actually cause more damage. If you just leave the Black Hole Bomb there, you can't actually throw it again.
Yeah, so you just pause to cancel it, then you throw another one, which will do damage, and you just keep kind of following it. It may seem simple, but it is very, very tricky. Even Mega Man, where it's easier to do, it's very easy to miss as Mega Man.
After that amazing boss kill, it seems like an opportune time to read this donation from an annihilator, saying, had to donate to wish the Blacktastic best of luck in the race. You got this, buddy. That donation was for $300.
Wow. All right, so you can see that we're back at the refights here with Blacktastic, and Galaxy Man is deciding to be Galaxy Man. And if he hangs out on top of the screen, there's nothing you can really do but wait for him to go down.
Yeah, the refights are basically exactly the same, with the exception of the first Robot Master they did, which is Tornado. So they'll just be plug balling them up.
So while Bobby's doing the refights, one of the donation incentives right now, I believe, are the Mega Man coasters provided by Dan, God of Thunder. I don't know how well they're going to show up on stream, but he's asked me to hold them here. Let
Yeah,
you guys
trust
take them
me,
up.
these are really cool.
Yeah,
You want
these are really well done. They're spectacular. You got Proto Man,
extremely high quality.
you got Mega Man, Dr. Light,
And here we have Forte.
and Forte or Bass in America.
Or Bass in Mega Man 8.
I'm not a fan of this, man.
So Slurpee now going for the one cycle against Twin Devil.
Time for donations during the refights.
Great. And I know that we're going to see a ton of applause coming. Oh, I'm going to wait. Let's see if he gets this.
Yeah, this trick is just really rough. The final few hits are just... The window for them is really small.
And with the lowered buster, as was mentioned previously, your black hole bomb is actually a little bit lower on Proto Man. So that last few hits where the eye is going up into the blob, you have to really time that. And he was so close.
Yeah, and I guess just before the final gauntlet, just once again want to give a shout out to all the people who've run Proto 9. So me, D-Pad, Slurpee, Black, Ogwaloff for just being the OG runner for this, Robo Ridley for helping out so much with finding new strats, and a big shout out to the Doki squad. So here's a big Cupirapa for all of you.
And since they're doing refights, more donations.
Sure, yeah. Some Guy 15 donates $200. Hey folks, just some guy donating to give a quick shout out to Big John for helping get a couple runners to the event. Good luck to both Blacktastic and Slurpee in the race. And thanks to everyone for donating to such a great cause.
Yeah, and coming up, this is the Wily Machine has two forms and then Capsule. This first form, you can't deal damage to it normally, but you have to break the eggs on its face. But with Trident, one of the reasons why it's so good is you can just keep on ricocheting the egg against its face, because normally you need to do multiple hits against the face to actually have the egg break.
You can get up to 3 hits with a single Trident shot if it's placed correctly.
And the Trident has a wider hitbox because if you buster it, it's much, much harder to position.
Yeah, so the Trident just being a little wider makes it a bit easier for Proto Man, but easy is... There's no such thing as easy in Proto 9.
Not in this game.
On the final phase, he uses probably some of the
Worst
hardest
weapon
weapon to
in the-
use.
This is the hardest fight right here in the game, and it's the most RNG dependent.
So the thing about this fight is that he could literally never be able to hit him. The RNG here, and when we're talking about RNG, we're just talking basically about
Boss luck,
the
what they're doing in their
randomness
pattern.
of the game. And so Wily could just stay on top of the screen where he's
ready on
not
time?
able to get
Time
hit.
is on the final hit.
Time for Bobby.
Wow, what a fantastic run. Just getting Deathless. What was the
He
time?
had one
Because
death.
just getting Deathless
He
is
had
hard.
a death,
That
I
was a
think.
real... Oh, wait, he had a
Yeah, he
death?
had one death.
Oh,
But still, great run.
that was a fantastic marathon run for Proto 9. Not even a marathon run. That was just a really good run.
What's that? 32-29?
32-29, great.
Still a 32. That's fantastic.
Slurpee getting the God Tornado.
Okay to read some donations as we finish it up?
Absolutely.
Great. Ribs22 donates $50. Love watching AGDQ year after year and was incredibly pumped to see that my bro man, Blacktastic, was selected to run Mega Man 9. Keep repping that Cleveland gaming scene and making us proud, even though I can body you in any game. Stay free. This $50 is for Black's choice. How Tall It Would donates $75. Gotta donate during the best run of the event. Shout out to the whole Mega Man 9 crew for inspiring me to try to run the best game around. Best of luck to Slurpee and Blacktastic in the race.
Oh, and I guess if I can add one thing, I just noticed it now, but Slurpee actually does a slightly different boss order. The movement throughout the room is slower, but Slurpee spent a long time routing out that order because it minimizes the number of weapon switches you need to make, just because you waste time on the menu actually going between all the weapons. So that's like a really interesting thing about this game that probably it's not super obvious, but it's really cool.
By the way, if you guys do want to say that the Wily Capsule music is the best theme in the game, I won't, judge you for it. That's great too.
Everyone can have their own opinion, even if it's wrong.
Wily 2 is the best answer, you know that.
Objectively.
I think it's Wily 3. Okay.
We're the robots.
We are robots.
So it wasn't talked about when Blacktastic was doing this, but Slurpee's actually manipulating the flames that were coming out of that second phase's mouth by jumping. And then that magma bazooka shot is just to get a little bit more in there. Let's see if we get the God pattern for him.
Yeah, but one reason why the
yo.
E-Tank was picked up in Plug is because just to look at how much damage Slurpee is taking, so that is your only
That is
way
your
throughout the entire run. If you take more damage than that, well, tough luck, you're dead.
It's your safety strat right there.
Yep, he's being wily.
Yeah.
This game is really good, by the way.
Time.
All right, so, dude, great job from both of those runners. This game
Good job,
is
boys.
really hard. Yo, double bump.
Good job, dude. Slurp.
3509.
3509. Still great, dude.
Take a bow, you guys. Take a bow. Take a bow, Bobby. Thanks, guys.
Great race, guys. That was some really impressive stuff. Thank you very much. Not done with the Mega Man block yet? No, sir. Still got Mega Man 6 and Mega Man 2. Working our way down the series.
For the fucking Joel Man or Plug Man.
I've been holding on to a few pretty big donations, so let's go through those. Matthew G donates $100. I have lost my grandmother to cancer 2 months ago. I will always remember her playing Mega Man 2 on her old TV as a child. Thank you for the event and good luck to all the runners. PTI Puro 13 donates $200. Love and respect from Province. Anonymous donates $100. Shout out to Zeph. He wants attention.